McDonald's is one of the largest fast food giants in the world. Over the years, they've introduced plenty of menu items that have stood the test of time, but some of them that they've introduced have, well, they've fizzled out. In the restaurant business, experimenting is kind of the name of the game. As a long-standing McDonald's employee myself, I know that there have been plenty of times where I've just kind of wanted to throw things together just to see how they'd work. For example, a thought I've had for quite some time: what if McDonald's were to try their hand at tacos? In today's video, I'm going to try and visualize what that might look like. Before we begin, I'm only going to be using ingredients that you can actually find in restaurant, or at least in the restaurants around my area. With that being said, let's get started. To start, let's focus on the base of any taco, the meat. Now, because this is McDonald's, I would assume that they would go with more of a Tex-Mex style taco as opposed to something more authentic. For that, we're going to need ground beef. Now, as you can see, I've got several basic hamburger patties. The first thing we're going to do is chop them up as finely as we can to get them to the consistency we need. Once we've got our ground beef, we're going to throw them in a pan with some water for maybe 45 seconds or so to reheat, since it's been some time since we brought it home. Staying true to our McDonald's ingredients, I'm even using Dasani water. However, if you choose to recreate this, it's not necessary. I just thought it would be funny. Moving on, let's work on a sauce. Now, our sauce is going to be a combo of three things: hot picante sauce, Newman's Own Southwest dressing, and some pepper. First, we're going to take our pouch of Southwest and squirt about 2 tablespoons of it into a small bowl. After that, we add 1 packet each of hot picante and pepper. Stir it until the colors blend, and then we can set it aside. Lastly, in terms of prep work, we move on to our chili lime tortilla chips. These are usually utilized for the Southwest salad, but I thought adding them to the mix would do wonderful to add some texture to our final product. We're just going to take these and crush them up. Not so much that they become a powder, but enough that you don't accidentally choke taking a bite. Now that we have all of our ingredients prepared, we move on to actually making the taco. We're going to lay out 1 basic flour tortilla and proceed to line down the middle with our ground beef. Leave a little bit of room open at the bottom just so it's easier to wrap when we're finished. Sure, wrapping the bottom may make it look more like a burrito, but honestly, we're just trying not to make a mess. Next comes the sauce. Simply drizzle it along the meat before then adding our crushed up tortilla chips. You might be thinking, this is very basic for a taco. You'd be right. If this were available in store, it would need to be simple and easy to make, as the assembly line and kitchen can be super fast paced. Now that we have our taco made, it's time to see how it would actually fare if tried by the general public. And for that, I have a couple special guests today. I'm joined by my fiance, Shell, as well as my good friend, Noah. Are you guys excited to try what's arguably a taco?
Sure.
I guess.
Enthusiasm. All right, go ahead and everybody grab one, dig in. All right, Noah's already going for it.
That's not bad.
What do you think?
Pretty good, actually.
The Southwest dressing really adds sort of like a taco flavor.
Yeah.
And then the picante gives it a little bit more spice.
Yeah. I was eating the Southwest salad the first time I tried it, and I thought, wow, this kind of tastes like tacos. So the idea's been there since then.
I mean, honestly, just a little bit of cheese, and they'd be like I'd be like excited if somebody made this. Like, oh, Joe's doing tacos. Oh shit.
Yeah, honestly, this would just be sort of like the base of it, and you can add things like, you know, onions and cheese and things like that. But this would just be sort of the base model.
The tortilla chips you add to give it a nice crunch.
It's all about texture. So, on a scale of 1 to 5, what do you think of these?
I'm honestly like genuinely surprised at how good these are.
I give it a solid 4.5.
See, I don't know if I can give it like a really decent rating. It's so good because of how I expected it not to be.
How about on a scale of like
as far as white people tacos are concerned, this is like a 1, or this is like a 5.
Alright, well, that's it for today. Let me know what you think of this monstrosity. Go ahead and tell me if you tried it or not. Probably not.
I don't think anybody has the access to McDonald's supplies as you do. Unless they're like, alright, a really weird fucking request here. Can I get a pound of used hamburgers? Can I get some chips? And can I get a bunch of Paul Newman sauce? And like 200 packets of salt and pepper. They're gonna be like, dude, I don't even know how to ring that up.
We knew the employees who ring this shit up, and they didn't even realize how to do it, honestly. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button, share it with your friends. If you really enjoyed, go ahead and subscribe. I make a surprisingly high number of food videos on this channel. I don't mean to, all of my ideas seem to be food somehow. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.